Yes.
Hey. It's not recording at a very loud level. That's
Well,
interesting.
I'm also not talking at a very loud level.
Well, I guess I'm not either. I wonder. Okay, yeah.
Ha!
Hey, it's still not clipping. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
All right, so try not to barrel the camera too much.
What
Try
does
to
that
have
mean?
to look at it.
Oh, sorry. I'm used to doing aesthetic distance for theater.
Oh yeah. Well, we're just gonna have a conversation as if it were a natural thing. That
Okay,
we were doing.
but look at the camera often.
Uh,
Yes, David. I know the answer to your question. Oh, sorry.
so yeah, that camera's getting both of us.
Nice.
That one's getting me. That one's getting you.
Sweet.
We'll see how it goes. This is just a test. People may never see this.
Well, I hope they see it. I'm giving nothing but my best material for this
All right.
one.
Well, let me get us started. Hold on.
And roll jingle.
Say it again.
I said roll jingle.
Oh yeah.
Opening theme song, candid conversations. Yeah.
Well, as Ryan has told you, we're opening the show here. He's already barreled the camera, which is what I asked him not to do.
Oh, so wait.
I want to have a conversation with
Oh,
you.
okay, so I'm not
Yeah,
supposed to look
you're
at
not supposed
I
to.
wasn't doing that. I thought you said to do that.
All right, well, it's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
I'm super uncomfortable holding this.
Oh, I'm not.
So-
This feels like natural to
Okay,
me.
well, just keep showing off. That's fine.
All right, perfect. Sorry, I know
just
you
caused
said...
a minor earthquake. So I've been wanting to have you on since some of you listening may know Ryan did some illustrations for us, which were awesome, by the way.
Thank you.
And I really enjoyed them. I thought
As an artist, I can say they were all right.
well, as a consumer of art, I loved them.
Ooh,
So there you
got
go.
me.
Yeah. Is it about the artist or is it about the consumer? That's a question. That's something we could just talk about.
Sure.
What do you think?
Can you ask the question one more time?
So, as an artist, or for a piece of artwork to be successful, let's put it that way. For a
Yes.
piece of artwork to be successful, does the artist have to feel good about it, or do the consumers have to like it?
I think from experience, it's all about who it's for.
Okay.
I know personally that if I'm making like a project for somebody, like a commission for money, I want to give out my best work, obviously. But also, it's about what the customer wants. You know, that moment where they're like, this is exactly what I visioned, but didn't have the ability to make. But I was able to take it and actually bring to life what they were thinking about. That's the awesome part. However, when I'm doing something like making my own piece of art, it's usually a learning thing.
Okay.
And I want to work on it to get better at doing something. But if I post it on social media, that is where it's both for the consumer and for the artist. Because I want the people to see it, especially on Instagram. Because, I have followers who I don't even know. They're just strangers, mostly DJs and musicians for some reason.
I know, that's
But that's
crazy.
fine. I like music. And And,
You heard it here first.
yeah, music's all right. And, but like, I drew that picture of Steve Irwin for his birthday. And that picture,
It popped off.
it has like over 400 likes.
Yeah.
And I've never gotten anything that much. And that was insane. And I literally just had an idea, drew it, and I was happy with it. And I just hoped that other people would be happy with it. And little did I know that people were happy with it. And yeah.
It's a pleasant surprise.
And I know some people are like, oh man, oh no, oh Instagram, social media, oh we're just trying to, have our lives justified, oh stand by for validation, oh likes. And I'm like, hey listen, I enjoy being said, hey you did a thing and you did it well, nice. But to me, a like means that someone saw it and someone else liked it, not that I'm special for doing it. It means that somebody else sees it and finds it to be special. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, I think that a lot of times people they'll write off likes because it's so easy to do. Mm-hmm. But if we're being honest, I don't know that many people that are just mindlessly liking things. Like, I purposely don't like everything in my feed.
That's true.
Not because I don't like the person, but because it's not something I want to like. I mean, it's just not. So I think, first of all, something you said about commission, the good news is we didn't pay you anything.
I didn't get a single cent. Lots of time spent.
Yeah.
You know.
Although you do have your own bathroom this weekend.
That's true. Thank you.
I consider that payment.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, and you bought me dinner. So
this was a long.
This was a long time coming.
Well, I should have gotten more work out of you then.
Ooh. Is that an invitation for future assignments?
I'm not turning it down.
Spoiler alert.
Like, you'd be looking for Ryan Klein artwork in association with Destination Arte in the future.
Watch out.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there you go.
Watch out.
I don't know the timetable.
For audio listeners, as opposed to any other form of listening, I just looked at the camera and said, watch out, and not David.
It was epic.
So that was directed to you, the audience, whomever it may be, if this even goes out for people to hear.
If you are audibly listening.
That's true. Audibly listening, as opposed to listening through time.
Yes.
With your sense of time, telling time. And
telling time.
Time passing.
There is an audible spectrum to time.
Oh.
You didn't know this?
Well, how about that? I don't know if I've ever been in the right state of mind to consider such a thing.
Well, I think if you do a couple more lunges, you'll probably get close.
No. I have to drive 8 hours tomorrow. And I know that it means that my legs will be doing nothing.
Yeah.
Which means that lunges will probably be perfect as a pre-sitting warm-up exercise. However, my legs are hurting and sad, and it makes me, it's not fun to stand up and your legs are just like whenever you try and do it. So that's not.
You should have just done wall sits. Because that's sitting.
It was crowded, okay? It was an unfamiliar Planet Fitness in my parents' town. People were really nice, but it was unfamiliar territory, and it's not the one I'm used to, and they're all built differently, and they're like, here, come stretch here. But there's literally no place to stretch. I need a wall. I need to know that there's a thing behind me that I can just put my back against.
And not a mirror.
Yeah, not a mirror. No, I don't want to see myself. Some mornings I get up and I look in the mirror and I'm like, nice. And then most mornings I get up and I look in the mirror and I go, I'm so sorry.
I have noticed that whenever a large business, like a retail box business, goes out of business, if it happens in the summer, then it stays vacant until September. And there's a Spirit Halloween that moves in. And then once the Spirit Halloween moves out, they put a Planet Fitness in. It's kind of like the natural chain, like the food chain.
But wait. I mean...
Because I don't know what else you put in those spaces.
I mean, I suppose.
Because you can't put Spirit Halloween all year round.
Well, no, but you can't put Planet Fitness in one place and then take it away.
But they don't. I'm just saying,
You mean
Spirit Halloween doesn't return.
That's the one in Pensacola by the Dunkin' Donuts is always there every Halloween. That's where I got my materials for my Bob Ross costume.
Oh, I saw that.
Shout out Spirit of Halloween, not a sponsor.
I also bought my taco costume there, so.
Oh, nice.
Not a sponsor. If you want to, send me more taco costumes. That's fine.
And just send me money in an envelope.
He doesn't want costumes.
I don't want a costume.
What if they send you a money costume?
I'll have to think about that. That's an interesting take. Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Well, you can think about it.
Yeah,
we'll come back to it.
I'm gonna think about it.
You didn't hear that.
What?
No, Ryan is doing a great job of helping me test this equipment. Hopefully, my goal is to be able to go to studios and interview artists.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Or go and interview teachers who teach cinema, writing, all that sort of thing.
And my goal is to go to your house and sleep in one of your beds and also test your equipment.
You are yards away from completing that goal.
My goal is literally being completed right now and tonight. How soon is your goal complete?
Oh, you want to be done?
No.
Oh.
No, I meant like the big picture. How many artists other than me and maybe like somebody else, I don't know, have you interviewed already?
Well, I haven't interviewed. I literally just got the equipment.
Oh.
So I'm hoping to start lining people up for the fall.
Nice.
And taking these cameras with me if they'll let me. But I'd love to do it like at their studio.
Yeah.
And make like
cups of tea.
Sure. I was actually thinking like a little video about their work and then have the interview to go with
and then
it.
cups of tea.
Sure. I like tea.
That's good.
Yeah.
Not very many people do, and that's sad.
Well, I think it's because tea is not something you can easily give to a child.
I mean, if it's iced tea, you can give it to a child.
Right. But
this is America.
I thought you were talking about hot tea.
I'm talking about tea in general.
Oh, okay.
Any iced tea in a nice cold glass with a little bendy straw, great. Nice little hot cup of Earl Grey, beautiful. Get some honey in that sucker.
Oh, now you're talking.
Like Flynn.
Yeah, honey and tea is a lost art.
You know what also is good is honey and coffee.
I don't drink coffee.
Wow.
I know.
That explains so much. Not really. That explains nothing.
Yeah,
But well, good for you.
I don't congratulate me because I still have a.
Well, then bad for you.
I still have a pop addiction.
Oh, see, I stopped drinking soda in college.
See, you were smart.
Well, that's because,
you started drinking coffee.
The science for this isn't exactly solid from what I've heard, but coincidentally, every time I would drink a lot of soda, my skin would break out real bad.
Oh.
And, I'm pretty sure it was just from the sugar and stuff. And so I stopped drinking it to try and, make the world a little bit of a better place, that my face would be a little more pleasant to look at. But college is also, coincidentally, where I started drinking coffee.
Yeah.
Because I tried to go as long as I could, and then my junior year, I had a, 5 a.m. work shift, and then a 8 a.m. class, and then a full day after that, so I needed some help.
Yeah. It happens to people in college. I evaded it by not scheduling 8 a.m. classes.
Oh, well, see, I wasn't very good at making schedules.
Well, I will say the one 8 a.m. class I scheduled was a, deep thinkers of ancient history class.
Oh.
And that was the worst idea ever. I slept all the time.
Hey, listen, I slept in most classes regardless of what day it was.
Or time.
And so many friends of mine can attest because I had to get notes from them.
Ooh.
Hey, listen, one time I skipped economics class, which was at 8 a.m., and I went to the Palms Grill and got breakfast instead.
Sometimes you have to do that in college. College students who are listening, pick one day a semester, don't go to class.
Just don't do it.
Go get breakfast.
Don't do it.
I literally would have one day a semester where after chapel, I would just go back to my room and sleep until 7.
Nice.
Holy cow. I would just sleep until 7,
wow.
And then I'd be good for the rest of the semester. I wouldn't need to. But it was like my sleep debt was just finally expired.
Nice.
The collection agency came,
collected that sleep.
Yeah, and I would sleep fine that night. It wasn't like I was up all night. But
I'm characteristically known for taking something called a Klein nap, trademark, patent pending, all those guys, and it's where you get home from work, and you're like, oh man, what a day, mentally and physically taxing. I'm going to take a 20-minute power nap to recharge and then attack this day in some way productively.
Yeah.
And then you wake up at midnight, wonder what happened, get a drink of water, use the restroom if you need to, and then go right back to sleep and wake up at 6 a.m. to start a new work day. And rinse and repeat.
Oh, again and again?
No, I'm just kidding. Hopefully not, no.
It
only 10% of the time were those depression sleeps. So, we're fine. Everything's fine.
You're not depressed now.
No, I'm not depressed right now.
Okay,
I'm feeling pretty good.
Okay,
I just had a 2.5 week vacation.
I was going to turn off the recording.
Yeah, stop this. We can't talk about that.
No. So, yeah, that's the long-term goal. Interview artists like yourself.
I love it.
And I'm excited for what you end up doing.
Aww.
I know you don't have a definite goal right now, but I'm
sure I have some goals.
I'm saying I know you don't have this is what I'm headed to do.
Oh, I don't have a job lined up.
Right.
Okay. I was like, my goal is to get a job that I like. Doing graphic design.
I would actually be a super fan of that because I think any other job at this point would be moving backwards. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, as other than graphic design.
Yeah.
I was like, what? What? Oh, right. Yeah, totally. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I feel that. I get it. Yeah.
So, because that's kind of my thing right now is I'm not doing what I want to do for work.
Right.
But my goal is not to move backwards.
Yeah.
Is to just keep working and providing for my family.
And
and doing this type of thing in the meantime. So.
That's good. You got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And Oh, hang on. I just lost my
That's
entire
okay.
train of thought. Let me try and recouple those cars.
But that's what Destination Arte is really about. It's not about, because most people, they have a podcast when they're successful at something,
Yes.
and then they talk about it. Whereas my brother and I,
Have a podcast when we're unsuccessful.
right,
We're everything.
We're not employed
Yeah.
to do the things that we want to do.
Nice.
My brother kind of,
Yeah.
because he works for the press, but
Because he doesn't want to have a job.
yeah, exactly. He wants to work for himself, be an artist, like, you know.
I was just saying like he's unemployed.
No. When he graduates, his goal, I'm speaking for Mark here, his goal is to be able to say, I'm an artist, and not
Nice.
have to fill out a resume, just like that sort of thing. Like,
People know him.
right.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
That's cool.
Yeah, people know me.
Yeah, I really want to take this time, however long it takes until I get a new job, and then just beyond. I want to have the mental capacity and time to do things with art that I've wanted to do. The hardest thing about my previous job was that sometimes it would be so mentally taxing that at the end of the day, when I didn't take a Klein nap, art would be the last thing I want to do. It wasn't something fun that I did and with passion anymore. It was something that was done, like for work, and it was work, and it's like, why would I go home and do more work? I'm not getting paid, might as well stop. And it wasn't fun anymore, and I had no fulfillment out of that. And even when I tried, I wouldn't be able to finish. And so I have a couple ideas. I'm gonna advertise myself as a freelancer more.
Yeah.
Get on some websites. I want to do photography more, stuff like that. I did a maternity shoot with some friends.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Because they were like, and we need someone to take pictures of us before we have the baby in 2 weeks. And I was like, if no one else is available, I will do it. Me, a man, take your maternity pictures. We'll make it work. And so they said yes. I did a ton of research. And
Was that difficult?
what, the research? No, it's just like tips on doing maternity
You didn't have to
photo
look
shoots.
up maternity shoots. And,
No, they're
scroll
just like
through
gave
them.
me some tips.
Okay.
They're like have them wear a solid color, have them be comfortable.
Nice.
Have the tip, have the with child woman, mother to be, standing at a 45-degree angle because that's the best side.
I see.
That's what I learned.
Those are kind of good tips for any photo.
Yeah, they are really.
Be
I guess so.
comfortable,
Yeah,
wear a
because
solid color.
I even made a playlist just in case they were feeling uncomfortable in my presence, and which nobody.
Is it just SpongeBob songs or?
Oh no, it was all nice,
Oh.
casual love songs like "Happy Together" by the Turtles, "Dancing in the Moonlight" by whoever wrote that, and a couple others. Just ones that just help us be in a cheery mood.
Nice.
And at the end of the day, you could say they probably looked like more like engagement photos than maternity, but we got some bumps in there, so it was all good.
And it was your first.
Yeah, and
And
I
you've
got
done it.
like Ed took them home, edited them myself. And I got like $200 easy off of that.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was
I got 2 cameras sitting here. I might need to put myself on the market.
it was fun and it was simple, and especially because they were friends, it was
Yeah.
very calm. And I just took them to my favorite beach spot, and
The beach spot?
yeah, my secret spot. Yes,
Wow.
which for people watching or listening, I guess, I'm
Audibly.
doing both. Yeah, audibly listening and visually watching. I have a secret beach spot that wasn't my own. It was bequeathed to me by its founder and first locator, and it's secret. You're not allowed to verbally disclose its location. You can only be taken there your first time to know how to get there. That's the rules. That's the rules.
I've been there.
It's the rules.
I've been there.
So many people, they get mad because they're like, oh, like I know where it is, and it's not a secret if I know where it is. I'm like, the whole point of it is that it's just fun. The best one is when people find out where it is and they've been going there the entire time and they just didn't know that's what it was. It's all fun and games. Come on.
I think it's more of the community aspect where you share it with someone.
It's true. It is nice because it's got this. Always take them up a particular way to get to a particular
I've been
entrance
that
point
way.
of it, and it is literally like welcome to Jurassic Park. You walk up to the opening. There's few details as possible, and it's just like you look out and na 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 and all this stuff, and it's great.
Was that one of the songs on that playlist?
No, that's the Jurassic Park theme song.
I know what it is. I was just asking if that was one of the things.
No, it wasn't because I didn't take him up that way because she was pregnant.
Oh, that's true.
And it's a bit of
it's a bit of a hike.
It's a bit of a terrain, yeah.
Yeah.
But no more clues. But anyway, yeah, and I want to do that. I want to, let myself be known as an illustrator more because I do that and people tell me I'm good at that. So that's comforting to know that it's not just me. And in graphic design, I want to do it all.
Well, so I have a question for you about that.
Hit me.
Do you... So I see... mentally.
Yes. Oh, no, wait, no.
I see split opinions on this.
Ooh.
Do you think it's good to have a full-time job in the area that you are passionate and talented in? Or do you think it's better to work in something that's kind of like not quite in the field, so like you said, you have the mental capacity to get home, not take a nap, and create?
Well, considering I've only experienced one half of that equation, which is have a full-time job in my field and go home and take a nap, I can't give an honest answer, but I will say this. I once read an old mantra that said, have a job that supports your lifestyle, not the other way around. Because you don't want your 9 to 5 to be your life. You don't want it to be your purpose. I had my job because I needed experience, needed to make money, and it was good. And I helped people along the side, both in my office and with what I made. Those were all perks. And but the main goal and purpose was to make money and get experience.
Yeah.
And to learn and to grow. And that's what I'm looking for outside of this. I've entertained the thought of getting a non-art related job and then having more time to do art on the side. But one of my biggest pitfalls is I'm not very disciplined, and that's mostly due to probably the naps and stuff. And, sleep, man. I love it. I'm addicted to sleep. I have to do it every night. And, but what was I talking about? Oh gosh.
Discipline.
Thank you.
Lack of discipline.
Yes, my lack of discipline. It's something
Interesting.
I've been working on, setting goals and daily reminders and stuff to work on things. Otherwise, I will literally sit down and watch YouTube for hours just in my bed. It's so easy. And, and then I'll fall asleep while I'm watching YouTube. It's all just leads back to sleep. But, and I think plus, I actually really like working with people in an office setting.
Oh, okay.
I love that. It was a lot of fun. And I always like working with people. I worked at a Dunkin' Donuts in high school, and that was with people the whole time, and I always enjoyed that. Make new friends. You help people out. I mean, I house sat for someone I worked with in my old job. I helped one friend move, and we all just I helped him with home building projects and stuff. It's just you build friendships and networking and stuff. And I'm all about, people and being a positive influence and a helper when I can. Because that's what I like doing. And that's kind of, one of the perks of design and art is you can help people by making stuff that they want, and whether it's for business or personal just ideas. And, So whether or not it's better to get a full-time job in your field or to not have a full-time job in your field and then do everything you want with it on the side, I don't really think there's much of a difference because they're kind of the same. It just depends on which one makes you money.
Yeah.
Because, if you do a full-time job, if I do a full-time job as graphic design and I also do freelance when I get home, I'm making money on both. But if I say I'm a park ranger at a undisclosed secret beach location that it definitely doesn't require a park ranger. You didn't hear it here.
I've been there.
No, he has. But and then I did art and stuff on the side also for freelance. That'd be money both ways. One would just be 2 art things, and one would just be 1 art thing and another job.
Yeah.
I guess it just depends on how much art you want in your life, how much you want it to be your defining trait. Because, I love being an artist, and I like making art, but I also like music. I also like traveling. I also like trying new things and experiences and going places and hiking and swimming and a host of other things. And so I don't want to be about one thing. But it really just depends on what you want
That's
out of
a good
your
answer.
life and stuff.
I didn't have an answer that I wanted. I was just
Oh.
Curious to see what you said.
Well, now you do.
Yeah, no. That's good. You said hiking and swimming. Do you do those things at Secret Beach or?
Nice try. I don't know what you're talking about.
I assume with the word.
Why would you hike at a beach?
The word beach includes at least some swimming.
Did your camera just take a picture of us?
I think that the shutter shut off. Hold on.
It better not have. The visual watchers.
You know, I don't know that it was.
Oh, now the other one did it.
I don't know if it was recording that whole time.
Are you kidding me? What have I been looking at?
That's been recording.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
But hold on just a second. I think that one stopped.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is intermission story time with Ryan. While
We've been doing it half an hour. We don't have to keep going.
Oh, I mean, I'll talk forever, man. You better watch out. Anyway, story time with Ryan while David fixes the cameras. Let's see. What's something interesting that happened to me? Wow. Of all my life experiences, I can't think of a single one. Man.
Can you put your hand in front of that chair like that, and then I can focus on it? Oh, don't wave it up.
Oh, sorry. Mistake.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thanks.
There you go. We did it.
Whoa.
Whoa. Yeah, we don't wave hands over here. What you doing? What are you, loony? Waving your hands.
So I think the issue is that there's like a internal setting where you can say turn off at a certain point.
Oh.
And we've been talking for 25 minutes. I think they turned off at 20.
Ah.
So I think I just need to fix that for the future.
Just set it for an hour and then cut it in post.
Yeah. Well, I think you can turn it off completely.
Oh.
And just record it till the battery dies.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, that works too.
Yeah. But I was trying to think.
I was saying an hour for your sake, so that I'm not just, and the future people aren't just talking.
Oh, yeah, we can go to bed. I'm sorry. We don't have to keep talking.
Oh, I'm not tired. I mean, what time is it?
It is 9:45.
9:46.
Yeah. 8:45 where you're going.
Nice. Back in time, baby.
Yeah. Central time is best time.
Watch out.
Because football games are already started when you get out of church, instead of having to go to lunch and then get home and then you still have like 15 minutes and then the games start. So that's my opinion.
Okay, I'm going to reveal an interesting fact about myself.
You don't watch football?
I really don't watch sports on TV because, I don't know, I just can't get engaged. It's hard.
It is
I'll watch
hard.
the Super Bowl because that's just the American way. I'm mostly there for the food.
I watch sports on TV that I can't easily access.
Oh, nice.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I enjoy going to live sports.
Yeah.
But
Same.
I can't really get to an NFL game every weekend.
Right.
And it's expensive.
Yeah, it's money, baby.
So I don't mind watching it on TV.
Nice.
That in no way puts any money in their pockets.
Nope. I mean, I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, I had another question for you.
Don't support your favorite causes. That's what David is saying.
That's not what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Support Secret Beach. I couldn't resist. Well, I don't actually think I have anything else to ask you.
You just said you did.
I know that I did, but I can't remember what it was.
Oh.
I wanted to ask you, do you, as an artist, this is going to be a weird question, but I think you'll be able to answer
My
it.
specialty.
Yeah. As an artist, do you value storytelling in your art when you're creating a piece?
I don't know why.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know. I don't know. I laugh when I'm uncomfortable or in pain. No. I think it all, again, just depends.
Yeah, it always depends with you.
Like,
That's what I'm finding out.
if I'm just going to draw, I mean, in a way, yes. It all depends. Again, it just really depends on what you're doing. I think purpose and message needs to define a piece first and foremost in anything, especially if it's not something that's story-driven, or even if still, it needs to have a purpose. My biggest, just for people at home or wherever, to understand the idea, there's a movie, one of my top fives, easily. It's called The Secret Life of Walter Mitty by Ben Stiller. Influential movie in my life. Inspired me to go about my graphic design work in the particular way that I do.
Cool.
And specifically, in the very end, there's a scene where he and his lady friend Cheryl catch the cover of the last printed issue of Life magazine. which is what he worked for, and the point of the whole movie was to find this photograph because it was the best, the quintessence, the ultimate photo of the meaning of life. And they look at it, and the camera looks at it, and the caption says, Life magazine, final issue, dedicated to the people who made it. The camera pans over, and what do you see? But it's the character Walter Mitty, who spent the whole movie trying to find this picture because he worked in digital photo assets. And he was there holding up some negatives to the sun, looking at them. And that image of the purpose, like dedicated to the people who made it, and then having that corresponding image perfectly describing that in the simplest way possible, but also the deepest way possible, that inspired the heck out of me.
Yeah.
And like, it was, that's what I try and do with design, is try and find the purpose and the message in the simplest and yet the greatest way. And, I'm not the world's greatest designer by a long shot, but that's at least my motivation, and I think I do a decent job at that. But, with art, like drawing and stuff, I think if I'm drawing a picture of a scene, I need to have some idea of what's happening. And what's happening is technically a story, I suppose. Unless it's something abstract that has no meaning, then there's no story, then no purpose. Other than no purpose is a purpose. Whoa.
It is late.
It's true. I wax eloquent in the wee hours of the night.
Eloquent. Eloquent is a good word. We'll stick with that word.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was good. We talk about storytelling so much on the podcast that I was just curious because...
Oh, nice.
I don't know. It's been a big part of the last 12 months for me personally, just in my everyday life.
Do you want to have every aspect of a story planned out before you implement it?
Well, it depends. So for me as a writer, it really helps me to have an outline or a pitch or a Bible or something.
Yeah.
Because that's how I wrote a book that will never see the light of day, but it was completely, there's a Bible to it. There's like 10 pages of history about this fantastical world. And then I wrote the book because all the people existed. I just had to introduce you to them.
Nice.
But at the same time, like right now I'm, Lord willing, going up to Ohio to make a little short documentary.
Whoa.
And I don't really know what the story's going to be. I have an idea of what the story will be, but I think I'm going to find out when I get there what the story is because I'm not there right now.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
I have another film that I'm working on that I don't know if it's going to happen or not, and I have an outline for it, what the person that brought the idea to me wants.
Nice.
But like you said, I don't know that everything has to be nailed down.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the flexibility in creating something is always good.
Because I kind of...
It's bothering me.
I'm so sorry. That's why they call me Ryan, not aesthetic Klein.
Oh, okay.
Where I come from. No one calls me that, ever. And that's not an open invitation to call me. No,
okay, don't. Sorry.
Anyway, when I was younger, in like elementary school, I used to write comic books all the time.
Yeah.
I had characters and stuff, and I would never have a story with a starting point, middle, ending in mind. Now, granted, I was like in 4th grade, so who has that much thought space as a 4th grader? But I would just write it as it came to me. And right now, I have an idea for a webcomic I've been kind of doodling with and developing in my head for about a year and a half now, I think. And I have a couple story ideas that I want to do and a purpose and like what I want the point of it to be. But I don't have like dialogue written down and stuff.
Yeah.
And I probably won't write any of it down. I'll probably just lay it out as it happens.
Nice.
So that's just kind of how my process goes.
That's kind of the opposite of what Mark and I did was we actually wrote scripts for each panel.
Yeah.
But we threw all of them away when I told him that the story was bad.
Yeah,
so we're not going to use them.
It's trash.
It was, mostly my writing that we're just throwing it out. But I think that every story process, while the tenets of a story are the same, the process is different.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
But no, that's a good question. I had never really, I had thought about it, but I had never really considered it. So you can probably hear my dog coming in here to see if we're going to bed or not. But
Snickers. All in good time. Oh, see, now it's coming over.
oh, he's going to bump the tripod. So
no.
Actually, he's right here.
He's licking my knee.
All right. Well, we have been talking for a while, and it is getting late. I have to work. You have to drive.
That's true.
So I do appreciate you helping me.
Yeah, this was fun.
Check this out. We should do it again.
We should.
I'm hoping to come down this fall.
Okay. Well,
so
I'll most likely be there.
I'll hit you up.
Unless something happens.
We'll find a place to set up all this junk.
Maybe we could do it at the secret spot.
Oh, wow.
That would be fun.
That would be fun. We'd have to bring some sort of table.
There's tables there.
And an anti-sand. Oh, you mean down at...
Yeah.
Don't hike up to...
I mean, probably not, unless you had like an external power source. Is that what...
As long as this is charged.
Oh, okay.
Then it powers this. Or I can put batteries in this. Yeah, this is being powered by this.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how we're getting the audio here.
Technology.
Hey, I'm learning it. Ryan was so gracious to let me test this with him. I don't know if the audio is even going to be loud enough. It's not. The waves are not very loud.
Well, we aren't talking very loud. But I mean, yeah. Hey, if this is quality equipment, it'll pick it up.
Wow.
Not saying it's not. I'm just like I meant to say that as a reassuring thing, but it definitely didn't come out that way.
I do have it at -1 decibels recording right now, so. And the closer I get, yeah, okay. The people are going to be mad about that. Too right. All right. Well, okay. You probably could just, talk at a normal level and pull the microphone back and forth, and it would do the same thing. All right, folks. I'm going to barrel the camera now and say that will do it for us. Hopefully, this is recorded on all 3 cameras. Hopefully this is recorded on the microphones. Ryan, thank you again for the work that you did for the podcast.
You're welcome.
For doing the interview. I want to have you on again. I want to talk about more things. I want to find out more secret spots. How much time do you have? How many secret spots do you have?
Well, David, considering that I don't have a job currently, I've got a lot of time. Just kidding. It's fine. I save your money.
All right? Yeah. That's good. Don't spend it on...
Don't spend it all, especially not on shoes.
Equipment.
Don't spend it all on shoes.
That was very personal.
Don't do it.
I take that highly offensive. All right. That's all for the Destination Arte podcast bonus episode. I have a lot of shoes. We'll talk to you guys later.
Oh,